Hi guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? I'm not sure if this is going to be part of Vlogtober or not. So currently we're going to assume this is a standalone video because I'm not sure what's in here. What's in here that you're about to see. I know I just did a Happy Mail video, but I went and finally got a chance to send out my winner's box to Patricia. And I didn't think there was anything in my my P.O. box, but I was at the post office window. I happened to be walking past my P.O. box and looked inside, and there was one of those papers that said, "Hey, come pick up a package." And I went, "But I'm not expecting a package." But there was one, so I went back, and both of the main ladies at the windows are like my buddies now. So I said, I went back and I was like, "Oh, you get to see me again." And she's like, "Oh, did you forget something?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't know that, I went through the story, didn't know there was something in my box." And I came back, and apparently does anybody notice this? Is this familiar to anybody? Because I didn't know it was coming. No, I don't think this is what's inside. I don't think I got a Noma lantern, because it is repackaged and such, and it's from another country, so it does say that there is something else inside of it, and it is squishy feeling, and there's no shaking, so I don't think it is a lantern. But yeah, so I didn't know this was coming, unless a message got sent to my Instagram and I didn't see it. That's possible. So I apologize if you sent something to my Instagram, but like no email, no Facebook was sent. So this is a complete surprise to me. So, and no comment that I saw anywhere. Like I do, like I've said, even if I haven't hearted or replied, I read every single comment that comes in, like unless for some reason YouTube doesn't notify me of a comment and it's like on an old video or something, I read every comment that I get. So like, to my knowledge, nothing was told me, like this is a surprise, complete surprise. So yeah, I brought it home. I've been waiting all day to open it. Because I figured I would film it before I do my Vlogtober, and if it ends up being like, a short opening, I will add it to my Vlogtober, and if it isn't, which I've already been explaining the ins and outs of my trip today for 3 minutes, so it might not be short after all, then if it isn't, then it'll be a standalone. Yeah, so it says that it is from Melinda, so I don't want to give out last names and everything just in case, but it is from Melinda, who is from Canada. I don't want to give out exacts either, just in case Melinda doesn't want me to. But yeah, it came, like I said, to my P.O. box. And that is also why I probably should be snipping while I talk, but I didn't, a lot of times I try to pre-open before I start filming so that you guys don't have to deal with me opening while, I sit here and talk. But this box, it seems to be quite full, so I didn't want to pre-open and have something like spring out and like ruin the surprise, basically. Make sure, okay, I wanted to make sure in the camera it doesn't show because it's my P.O. box, so that's safe and all, but I don't think this is a P.O. box of the senders, so I didn't want any info showing. It's the last thing I would want to do is give away somebody's information. So, sorry I didn't pre-open and if I bore anybody, but this time around I thought I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to ruin the surprise for anybody. Or ruin the surprise for me, ruin the reaction for anybody. Since Melinda was obviously kind enough to send it and or send a surprise along. Yep, from Ontario, Canada. Yeah, that is as specific as I want to get. Yeah, my post office didn't even, I was looking to see when I think it said it got here on the 12th, because it had already said that it was like my final notice or whatever on one of the, I had 2 things to pick it up in my box, but I had never gotten an email. So it was weird. Like normally I get, you know, an email. Ooh, I see squishy right from the top. Let me show you. I told you this thing seemed like it was bursting at the seams. Look at these beautiful colors. Usually I get, you know, like an email on my, I don't want to say from the app, but like to my, and it's to my personal email. So that actually shows up because I've already said like my Crochet Witch email, my Google email, for some reason doesn't pop up. I have to physically go look at it. My personal email has no problem popping up for me. And I just get my usual like UPS, not apps, it's the wrong word, but just I get an everyday email and it tells me if I have mail coming. I have one set up for my P.O. box and one for my home just to have like a preview. That's what I'm looking for. It has a USPS preview for each of them. So, and it did not say I had any packages coming or there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. Maybe because it's from out of the country, but I've had out of the country things before and it's told me. It's very weird. Anyway, I cannot, like, I would like to look and see if there was a card first in here or anything, but I can't see past, like, it's stuffed so well. So I am just going to start picking things out, and if we come across a card, I will read said card. But I'm just going to pick some things out first, okay? Oh gosh. Okay. So the first thing, these I think might all be the same color. Oh, there's a card right under the first 3. So I'm just going to pick these 3 out and then I'll show them to you after the card in case there's like pertinent information. Here's the card in this pretty pink envelope. And as always, I will show you the card, but I do, oh my god, it's so cute. But I do like to read them. If there's a message, I usually read it to myself, just in case. Look at the cute little llama. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh. I love him. Or her. I love them. Take a quick second to just okay. She didn't say like not to read it and not to share or anything like that. So I just wanted to, you know, make sure. But she said, I've been watching you for years. I know you love roving style yarns and make great dragon bags with unforgettable yarn. I'm not a fan, so I thought I would share with you. So enjoy. Have an amazing week and keep up the great content. Thank you so much. I do love roving yarn. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. What an unexpected surprise. And I'm going to show you guys again. Just, oh, so cute. I love the llama. He's such a happy little guy. That's an adorable llama card. So that's going to go with all of my cards that I collect from you guys. He's so cute. I can't get over the cute face. He's got like one of those little schmoopy, like, cute, squishable faces. Just like that right there. Okay, so now that we know what these yarns are for and from and everything, we have got the Red Heart Unforgettable. And like a couple of these are wound around, so I'm kind of guessing that maybe she like tried the yarns out and they just like weren't her thing, which is totally fine. Like you can't really know if you love a yarn until you try it really. Like, I mean, some yarns you can feel and you just know, you know, but like until you really get in there with some yarns, you get an idea, work with some of them, you know, and some patterns just call for some certain yarns. So, you know, you use them and then you just, you know, you don't want to use them again. You know, sometimes that's just the thing. Is Unforgettable still available? Yeah, it is. It is. I believe it is. So these are Red Heart Unforgettable yarns. This is the color Stained Glass. Look at that beautiful. Quick stats here. They call it a medium 4. I mean, it's a roving yarn, so like it is thick and thin. It is a little thin in my opinion for 4-weight. Like I did pick kind of a thicker area right there on my finger, but it gets pretty thin in some spots. Like I said, that is a thicker spot and that is kind of close to a 4-weight. When I think of a 4-weight for you guys, just for something to compare to, like I would try to pick an actual like Red Heart Super Saver just to think of. To me, that's like a universal 4-weight to think of, and I'd say that's fairly close to it. Fairly close. Or for all of you guys familiar with, you know, Joann's Big Twist Value, it's definitely on par with Big Twist Value, which is slightly thinner than that. But a lot of the Unforgettable tends to be a little bit thinner. Just because it's roving, it thins out a lot. It doesn't really, in my experience, I haven't had any Unforgettable that gets a lot thicker than that. It tends to be on the thinner side of the 4. But yeah, like a nice H hook. Let me see, what do they suggest for it? They suggest a J hook, which is a 6mm. I think with most of my projects, I do use an H hook, which is a 5mm, but they suggest a J hook. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with a J hook. I like she said in the card, I make dragon egg bags. Of course, I don't have one handy, but you want a nice tight stitch for that. So like an H hook or even a G hook, there's, you know, to get a nice tighter stitch. But if you're making like a shawl or even like a sweater that's like nice and flowy and that kind of thing, you do want the bigger hook to have the nicer flowier fabric with it. Plus it would make frogging just a little bit easier because you have to be really like light and slow frogging something like this. You can't rush it for sure. And you don't want a really tight stitch on it if you're trying to frog it. Anyway, that's a little advice in between. So it says it's a medium 4. We've already discussed they want a 6mm J hook for it. Knitting needles, if you're a knitter, they want a 5mm, which is a US 8. It is machine washable and dryable. It is 100% acrylic. I think, like I said, this is a little bit of a floppy skein, it looks like, and perhaps this one, but a full skein of this would be 3.5 ounces, which is 100 grams, and we do have those also in here. And 270 yards, which is 246 meters. Where were you made? They are made in Turkey. And then this is the color, I believe, what did I just say, stained glass? Yeah, this is stained glass. And it has these beautiful, let me pull it down so you can really see, these beautiful like pinks and these rich blues and purples. And it's got this like kind of greenish color here too. There's darker green right there. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? I think it's so pretty. I'm pretty sure I've made a dragon egg bag out of this particular color before, and it does turn out so pretty. It's just vivid and beautiful with these jewel tones. I think they're beautiful. Really should make some more bags coming up too, actually. Very, very pretty. And let's see, I believe the full skein that I pulled out. Oh, you know what? Now I said I didn't see a thicker one. Here's the roving's obviously not spun here, but when I said roving can get thicker, right there. Oh, that part is something. I mean, depending on what you're making, I suppose, and how much you care, maybe you'd work that right in or just bury it in something, but like I would cut that out of most things that I was working on, because yeah, that's going to be a pretty loose ply right there. It would ply out or pull out pretty easy and break, but that's that's like a 5 weight size right there. This is a full skein, and this is also stained glass. So here's a look at the swirls and how many different colors there are in there. So there's another stained glass. And then this one, oh, this is Unforgettable Waves. Oh, you guys, I have never had Unforgettable Waves before. Oh, I have wanted these. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Okay, so this one is Unforgettable Waves, and this is also a 4-weight yarn. I think, are the stats basically the same? They suggest a 5.5 millimeter, which is an eye hook, and they still are wanting a 5 millimeter knitting needle. Let's see, still machine washable and dryable, still says it's a medium 4-weight. A full skein is 3.5 ounces, which is 100 grams, 119 yards, which is 109 meters. Where were you made? Also made in Turkey. This color is Aurora, and with let me set the box down. Give me a second here. With Unforgettable Waves, it's also a roving yarn, but hold on. She had this wound around, which is good because then I can unwind it a little bit and show you guys. If you see, on its own, it goes, there's kind of a thick spot, and then it goes thinner and thicker. You can kind of see it like as it passes kind of in front of my face. It's like thicker, thinner, thicker. It kind of waves on its own. Or like, I don't know if maybe this up closer. There's a thicker spot right at the end, and it gets thinner. So the yarn does that on its own, and it's roving, so it's going to do it anyway. Now I got to wind this back up because I pulled it from the middle. Not the smartest thing, Heather, but but I have never played with the waves before, and I, like I said, I may have said it, or I may have thought it when I was when I was talking about it, but I think that waves has been discontinued. Like I think they had like a tent sale, if I remember right. Spin Right did, and they had sold some of it there, is the last time I heard, or maybe Hirschner's had a sale on it. And that's the last time I heard about someplace selling the Unforgettable Waves. And then I didn't jump on it then either, but I should have. But now I got some. So yeah, I got some. And this is Aurora. And look at that's another jewel tone. Those are beautiful colors. They're almost like peacock colors. I love that. And that's just what was at the top of the... Oh, I see more pretty colors. That's just what was at the top of the box. Oh, we have more Unforgettable Waves. I'm guessing that was a 3-pack because I think this was... Yep, these are 2 more Auroras. So these are the same colors. And methinks that perhaps that one was what she played with and did not care for. And these are the other 2 full skeins of them. Aren't those beautiful? Oh, I love them. I can't wait to play with these. I bet the thick and thin would have a pretty cool visual effect on the dragon scales of the dragon egg bags. or something else. Like I could make something else with these too, but it would have a pretty cool effect, I bet, on the scales. Those are pretty. I'm gonna put this back with its brethren. Let's see, I'll set you guys right here. I think this is gonna end up being a standalone video, you guys. And then we have another unforgettable in the color Bistro. Oh, this is beautiful too. It's going to be the same stats as the stained glass that I showed you, and it's in gray shades. Isn't that beautiful? I'm not sure I have this, because I have a gray, but it's like a different, it's different gray. It's a really light, I have one gray, and it's also shades of gray, but it's a really light, it's jammed up there, so I can't grab it right now. It's not the same. It's a really light, like a silvery, just a silvery gray and different shades of silvery gray. But this one has, it's almost like a dark storm cloud gray with different shades. Like I know this looks silvery right in here, but mine, the whole thing looks like the darkest shade of it is still a silvery gray. Whereas this whole thing looks like a storm cloud. This is beautiful. And it's kind of great because I've literally been asked if I had like darker colors or more guyish colors. And one of the colors specifically asked for was like a dark gray. Right there. That's why I got the silver, because that's the closest that I could find at the time. Now I have gray. So thank you so much. I love it. I love this. And it doesn't have to just be for guys, because I love this a lot. It is so pretty. I didn't even know they had this for a color. And I think that she sent me sets of 3 or something, because I think there's, oh gosh, she sent me the one and there's sets of 3, because I think these are, yeah, this is 3 more in a bag of Bistro. Oh, I'm set for a good while with these. Oh my gosh. These are either going to be a lot of dragon egg bags, or I could make something bigger with these too. I love these. They're so beautiful. There is more in this box. Oh, is this is like a mystery. Okay, these are the last 2 like bag sets in here, and they're unnamed yarns. I am going to open one. They are the same. I want to make sure. Yeah, they're the same. The yarn in them isn't, I mean, it might be the same. It might be wound differently, you know? But I didn't want to have to rip them both open if they were the same. You know what I'm saying. I just wanted to get a feel of these. But these look kind of like if you buy, I don't know, like mystery yarn from, thought that would be an easy open, because it looked like it was like a sticky bag, it looked like. Then it suddenly wasn't. It was like really stuck. Oh, I think there's wool in here though. Not entirely sure. Like it feels like it could be woolly. I can do the wool test on it later. But it feels like there could be. I am not positive. If not, it's just a little rougher than the other stuff. Which is fine. I'm not allergic to wool, so it doesn't matter to me either way. I just like to know, like, in case I'm making these, the bags, because in case somebody else is allergic to wool, or, you know, like in case people wash their bags, I don't want them to felt up on them, but I might wash the bags first so they're felty. That's like actually a really good idea. Anyway, got lost on a tangent on that one, but they are a mystery. The other thing down here is just a barcode. It doesn't have any like information on it. But these are something I have definitely never used before. But they're like I was saying, if you just order like a mystery roving type of yarn from like Hirschner's or Premier, something like that, and they come 3 or 4 to a bag. It's like she got 2 bags kind of deal, and they were matching because they're roving, and they have, see, hidden in here also is a black color I can see poking through. Just gonna try to look and see if I see pink, because then the 2 would be matching most likely and just wound differently. Because at the bottom of this bag there's 2 skeins of pink. So I thought maybe one was inside out, or 2 were like inside out from the other 2. Sorry, I'm like digging through this yarn. I'm like looking for its secrets in front of you guys. Sorry about that, yarn. No, I actually think these are 2 separate yarns in the bag, and then the 2 bags are matching. Because there is no pink that I can find. It's like the purple is almost like daring to turn pink in here, but it's not. It's this same purple right here. That's as pinkish as it gets inside too. So now that I have distressed the inside of this yarn to see, sorry, I will reshape it. I had to know. Sorry, I will not do that again. So, just so you know, that's the inside is the same as the outside. So there's 2 of these in there. That is some beautiful colors though. It's almost Egyptian colorings to me, like royal Egyptian colors. I think it's beautiful. And there are 2 of these in each of the bags. That is so pretty. I really want to work that up, actually. So there's 2 of those in each bag. And then the other 2 that are in there, see, there's this pink and the blue. I should not dig through. I kind of want to dig through it a little bit, but I know it's not, so I'm not going to do the same thing to this poor little guy. But I thought this pink might be inside of here, which would have made me think that this tan was maybe inside here, but like the blues are not the same, so I don't know why I thought this was just the wound different cousin or whatever to this one, or brother to this one. I just thought maybe they were. They're not. They're 2 balls and 2 balls of different. So this one is the pink, purples, and blues. And this one is equally as beautiful, but it is different. Sorry, the first yarn ball had to suffer to make the point of that, but it's very pretty. Very, very pretty. And there's its second one. And the second bag is the same way. 2 and 2 like that. So I will put this one back. Again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I really do like that yarn a lot. And that is what was in the box. And that is really awesome. I really loved everything that I got. And it was a total surprise. Like I said, I did not know it was coming. Unless I got a message on Instagram. And I just didn't check. But I have been recently on my Instagram. I was embarrassed at how long a few of the messages. I was so embarrassed at how long a few of the messages had been there that I didn't even answer them, because I figured that the people that had sent them at this point did not want to hear from me. That's how embarrassed I was, because I haven't been there and checked my messages there. Like, I still have my Instagram, it just isn't the the priority place to find me, I guess. I didn't realize how long, I did not realize how long it has taken me to go back there. I apologize. I probably should just message the people that have messaged me there and apologize to them. But I honestly, my first thought was they don't even want to hear from me, that it's taken me so long to message them, or to, you know, to read their messages, to see their messages. So if you are one of those people, I am deeply sorry. But yeah, I am deeply sorry. But aside from apologies from Instagram, Melinda, I am totally taken by surprise. I am so grateful to you. I do love everything and appreciate everything very much. The only thing out of any of these that I've even used before is the stained glass. That's it. So I'm really excited to play with some of this other stuff. Like, I mean, I've used the type of yarn, but this is a new color to me. The others are new yarns altogether. So I'm excited. So thank you. I'm sorry roving yarn is not your cup of tea, but I do appreciate you sharing it with me. I really do. And I'm glad that you like my videos. I'm very glad. I'm actually even more glad for that. So I'm glad that you can find some joy out of me. Yeah, so I thank you so much. With that, I should probably let you go, but yeah, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I gotta get ready for my Vlogtober video before I start babbling. So yeah, I'm gonna pick this up and I'm gonna probably babble for a second and then I really do gotta go, but yeah, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Melinda, so much. So unexpected. I just thank you so much. All right, I love you. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.